Hey, welcome back to another episode here with Maic and Renee from the Friedrich Team at eXp Realty. And today's question is...
How did the market end up in 2022?
That's a great question.
Yeah. I mean, here we are. It's January 2023. And I don't know about you all, but I'm still feeling like there's a little 2022 hangover looming over.
That's well said.
And, you know, we do have some market statistics to share with you guys with how the year ended up. So.
Yeah, I actually just pulled the numbers because Renee asked me to. So a good husband does what the wife asks.
Yes,
right?
happy wife, happy life, they say.
There you go. And it is actually pretty much what we expected leading up into the last quarter, right?
Yeah.
If you're looking at month over month from the previous year ago, the number of sold transactions is actually down 46%, believe it or not. So we only had about half of this last September what we sold compared to 2021 December.
So what we saw really the second half of 2022 was a huge fall off in the number of sales. It's hard though because 2021 and 2020 were so incredibly abnormal from a typical year because of the pandemic. And so while we're looking at these numbers and comparing, and the inventory is way up compared to 2021.
Yeah, but it's still overall, we're still under 3 months, which that's the unique difference, I think, between when we compared to 2008, where everybody says, oh, it's doom and gloom and everything is going to come down and crashing. While we clearly see a reduction in prices and an adjustment, and I think Ryan Lundquist says as well, it's going back to the affordability with interest rates going up. Prices have to come down so people can afford their homes again. Exactly. But it's not doom and gloom like it was in 08, because in 08, I mean, we went from 3 months of inventory to 12 months of inventory overnight, right?
It really felt like overnight back then.
And right now we are looking at still under 3 months. So technically it's still a seller's market. So if you're a seller, it's really not. But
it's definitely not. And I feel like the buyer sentiment too, they're being much more careful right now, and they're definitely taking their time.
Bottom line, what does that mean coming up? I think the biggest message we can send right now is if you are thinking about moving, you can afford the payment at today's interest rates, go ahead and buy that house, because you're not gonna probably sell it in the next couple of years and you gotta live somewhere else. You might as well live somewhere
that you want to live.
Where you want to live, right? And then if interest rates come down, you can refinance, and if they don't come down, you still know that you can afford the payment and that you made the right move.
I saw something really interesting from one of our lenders this last week, that anybody that purchases a home with that lender can actually do a free refinance down the line if the rates do come down. So I thought that was a really smart business play from his perspective, and I'm going to be reaching out to our other lenders to see if they're going to do that as well. Right. So there's a lot of opportunity, and like Mike said, if you want to make a move, one of the things we noticed during COVID is that buyers were really settling for a house that they thought was, okay. And so we're starting to see some of those buyers say, you know what, now I want the house that I really want. And so if you're in that position and you bought something just because you wanted to get into the market, maybe it's time to turn that home into a rental because the interest rate's so great, and it's time to get into the house that you really, really want. So reach out to us and let us know. Yeah,
and we're always here for you, there. Here for you, and would love to discuss your scenarios in particular.
Yeah.
And help you out, right?
And I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and provide a link or some graphics with those numbers that we were talking about, so that you guys can see for yourself exactly the 60% more inventory. But again, it's still less than 3 months. So there's still really good opportunity for our sellers that need to sell, and for those buyers that are looking, there's a little bit more than there was a year ago. So,
and again, the last number that we didn't share that I almost forgot to share, if we're comparing prices, average price from last December versus December of 2021, that price is only down 4.5%.
Yeah, I would have thought that it would have been more. And certainly in certain price segments, we are seeing that number significantly higher as far as price reductions and things that are causing homes to actually sell. We're seeing that number more than 4.5%. And in the overall market, that's the average December to December. So that I thought was pretty good news.
Yeah, so give us a call if you want us to run the numbers specifically for your price point in your area, because this is encompassing all 13 counties in the Northern California area. With that, thank you so much for tuning in.
Happy New Year.
And take care.